Most people who love interior design but have got no professional experience are put off by starting their own interior design business and making money from their talents by these limiting beliefs. So here's the first one. I absolutely love interior design, but I'm new. I've no professional experience or formal training and have only done a couple of projects for friends and family. The second one is I've got no portfolio. How am I going to stand out from everybody else out there? And the last one is I really want to start making money out of my talents, and everyone keeps telling me that I should do this, but I don't know how. If this is you, then today's episode is going to be really helpful. I'm going to show you the 3 steps to start making money from your interior design talents, even if you have no professional experience in the industry and even if you have no portfolio, and give you the confidence and help to get you started and start making money from your talents. I'm your host, Angela Drakeford, and I'm really happy to be hanging out with you today. But before we get started, I want to give you my free essential checklist to start and grow your own interior design business, even if you have no experience, even if you've got no portfolio, and even if you've never done this before. It's an easy to follow step-by-step guide that will show you everything you need to know and get started and start bringing money into your pocket from your interior design talents. Just click the link below to download the guide, and it's yours to have on your laptop or on your phone to guide you through everything you need to know. Okay, so the big question: how to make money out of interior design even if you are new. You ready? Let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is just because someone has years of experience in the industry, it doesn't mean they are a good designer. I've worked with many people in my years as a professional interior designer, many who I've worked with in professional studios all around the world. And yes, some of them are very talented and know the profession and industry inside out. And yet some of them don't. They have no idea. Yet they might have fancy letters after their names or studied at some university somewhere. But give them a brief from a client or a layout to work on to solve a particular problem, and they have no clue. And I've given that same brief or layout to an intern or someone who is on a work experience placement with 0 experience, and they absolutely nail it. They get it. They understand how to solve the particular problem or brief that the client has given to us. You only have to look at programs like Interior Design Masters. This year's winner was a lady with a passion for interior design, but her day job was working in a cafe. One of my students, Rhonda, was trained as a graphic designer and for years worked in that industry and has only recently made the switch to interior design, and she's smashing it. Her business is called Studio Rhonda and has gone from 0 to her actually turning clients away because she's doing so well. And yet she's not trained as a professional interior designer. She doesn't have fancy letters after her name, but she's still doing really well. And yet there may be areas that you're not sure on, like how to use technical packages for doing your layouts or how to manage your cash flow. But I can tell you that I spent years at uni studying interior design and yet only really truly learnt the job by working in the real world. That's where you learn, not in a sterile classroom or on fictitious projects, which is what I had to do when I did my degree. But you learn this on site, with clients, with contractors, with suppliers, drawing things up and then giving them to joinery specialists for their input and feedback. This is where you learn the job. So the bottom line is, if you truly have the passion, if you truly know how to solve a problem that a client is facing, then there is nothing holding you back from earning money from your talents. So the next problem or pushback I hear a lot is, yes, I've got the passion, but I've got no portfolio. I hear this a lot from people who are just starting out. I've no portfolio. How am I going to show people my previous work? Or how can I solve people's problems when I don't have anything to show? Well, this might sound strange from where you're sitting right now, but there's a really simple fix for this. I want you to grab a pen and paper and write down 3 people, either friends, family, or even yourself, where you have transformed their or even your space for the better. Whether it's your friend's home or dining room, or if they have a business and you've helped them design their space better, which has brought in more customers as a result, or given them the paint colours to paint their living room, which enhances their space for the better. Whatever it is, it all counts. So write these down and then take photographs of them. And then even better, if you've got before pictures to show your transformation from where it was to how it is today. They don't have to be professional pictures. A smartphone is absolutely fine. I want you to message them and ask for a time that you can pop round, restyle their space if they put all their personal items around. Maybe take some of your own accessories and take pictures. People love having photos of their homes or businesses taken because A, they get a second chance at having you style their space, and who could say no to that? B, it reinforces to them on how you have transformed their lives, be it big or small. And C, they see that they're helping you out too. People love to help others succeed. It makes people feel good, especially friends and family. And when you become a successful interior designer, you can say that they helped you get there. The next thing I want you to do is to write down the design process that you went through. Why did you choose that particular colour? Why and how did you better arrange their layout? What problems were you trying to solve when you were making these decisions? Was it to enhance a feature in the room? Or was it to make the space feel bigger? Or was it to seat more customers? And then finally, I want you to think about and write down what transformation did it have on them. Did they have a lounge that would be more cosy for a family film night and it brought the family together and brought the teenagers down from their bedrooms and spend time with the family? Or was it that your design helped to increase profits on a business? Or was it that you created a space where someone in the family could sit and have a peaceful reading nook, which they could sit and relax in without being disturbed? And now the final part is to get some testimonials. Ask your friends and family who you helped to write a testimonial on how you solved their problems. Screen grab these testimonials, or better still, get them to video record it, saying how much you helped them. No one needs to know it was for free. That's irrelevant. What matters is how you helped them. Now, you'll notice in all of this that the emphasis is on your client, the end user, the people who you've helped. Whether they've paid for your services or you've done it for free, that doesn't matter. What does matter though is how you have solved their problems, and this is key to any of the marketing that you ever do. What problems have they had and how have you solved them through interior design? I always tell my students that you have to always look outward and how you can help and serve others. That is the key to whether you will bring clients in or not. And the final thing I want to talk to you about is just to get started. Even if you're time poor, even if you have no industry experience, there is no time like the present. In one of my videos, I talk about the 3 elements that you can implement, even if you have only 30 minutes a day. And these are efficiency, prioritization, and simplicity. If you've not already watched it, I suggest you go and check it out. But the bottom line is just to get started. Set aside 30 or 60 minutes a day, whatever time you've got available. You know, most people on average spend 3 hours and 43 minutes a day scrolling on their phones. Imagine what you could achieve if you spent just 1 hour of this investing in yourself and in the future. In 6 months' time, you could be earning enough money to leave your 9-to-5 job. And in a year from now, you could be earning triple what you earned in your 9-to-5 job. Imagine that. What would you do with that kind of money? You could be working for yourself, flexible time, not having to commute or working for a boss who doesn't appreciate you. You could have a self-sufficient income that you don't have to depend on anyone else for. When I started my interior design business, this was a huge need of mine. I was a solo mum of 2 young boys and I needed a self-sufficient income to support them and myself. I had no one else to fall back on. And then 6 months from when I started, I hit my first 5-figure month. But don't get me wrong, those 6 months were hard. You don't get anywhere if you don't put the work in. That's not how life works. But once I got set up and started to bring clients in, that's where I grew. That's where I became self-sufficient and then started to scale my business to where it is today. There's a saying which I have written on a little picture frame on my desk just right here. And it's a quote from Winston Churchill and it says, "If you're going through hell, keep going." And it's so true. Everything is temporary. Where you are today, how you are feeling today, it will pass. And you have the power to turn your desire of becoming a successful interior designer into a reality. I've done it and so can you. Even if you're new, even if you have no portfolio, even if you have no time because you're already working a 9-to-5 job and have family commitments and everything else that life throws at you. You can absolutely do this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And if you have anything you want to say or anything you're struggling with in getting started, just leave it in the comments below. I'm here to help you. I'll see you soon.